we have only 4 characters. I will say here only 2 is not sufficient. I'll say here 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Right? As number of characters are increasing, number of bits are also increasing. Now we need 2 bits. If you have only 2 characters, 1 bit is sufficient. Example, I have some characters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Now 2 bits are not sufficient. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. Yes or no? Then again 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. As it goes ahead, it will keep on increasing. Number of bits are increasing as number of characters increases. Fine. Please see very carefully. Like this, American computer scientist, they discovered that on planet Earth there are 128 characters very commonly used. Which are those 128 characters? 0, 1, 2 numbers till 9. It is A, B, C till Z. It is capital small a, small b, small c. It is special characters @ Like this, all the special characters, numbers, alphabets. Together they found out how many characters are there? 128 characters are there. And for all the 128 characters, they only gave the binary representation. 128 is equal to 2 power 7. How many bits, if you ask me? 7 bits representation. That means 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. But since memory comes in a standard form, in the form of byte, 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. 1 extra 0 we had to add forcefully. But like this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Like this, for all the 128 characters, they gave the binary representation. Americans gave the binary representation. Please see very carefully, maximum focus. And they told, please see very carefully. In your application, if you want to use any of the 128 characters, then you can follow our format. What? You can follow our format. We have already given the binary representation for it. Those 128 characters, whatever 128 characters you take, those characters, are they in zeros and ones? Are they in zeros and ones? Are they in zeros and ones? I mean, this characters generally, in general, A, B, C, is it 0 and 1? Is it 0 and 1? Forget about this part right now. Is it in zeros and ones? But our memory understands what? Our memory understands what? Memory understands what? Please tell me what our memory understands. Only zeros and ones. Americans told this type of characters, if you want to store in memory, then whatever mechanism is required, whatever format is required, whatever things are required, we have already worked on it. You follow our format. You follow our format. Things will be easy for you. And name of the format is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. American Standard Code for Information Interchange. That means they told, for if you want to use 128 characters in your programming language, then we have given to store that characters, whatever is required, we have already given the binary representation for it. We have given decimal, hexadecimal, binary represented for it. 8-bit binary representation. Whatever is required, 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. Whatever is required, we have given. Your programming language just has to follow our format. Hey, wait. Format means I'm not able to get it. Can you give a simple term? Yes. Have you heard of MP3 format? Have you heard of MP4 format? Have you heard of GIF format? JPEG format? Those formats are being used to store your data in your memory in the zeros and ones format. Yeah. So if your characters has to be stored in your memory in the form of zeros and ones, then can we use ASCII format? Can we use ASCII format? Can we use ASCII format? Yes or no? Can I say American Standard Code for Information Interchange gives binary representation to 128 characters. 128 characters. If your programming language is following ASCII, you can use this 128 characters, which includes 0 to 9 numbers, capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, all the special characters, totally 128 characters. Yeah. If your programming language is following ASCII, in your programming language, how many characters you can use? How many characters you can use? How many characters? 128 characters. For all the 128 characters, do we have decimal and binary representation? For 128 characters, if you want to convert those to zeros and ones, how many bit is required? 8 bit means how many byte? How many byte? Have you at least heard of C programming language? I am aware you don't know C language. Forget about this. At least have you heard of this? Have you heard of this? Yeah? Now, please see very carefully. Yes, you have heard of it. C programming language, they follow ASCII format. Which format they follow for characters? For characters, which format? ASCII. So, if you want to store a character in C language, how many byte of memory is required? How many byte of memory is required? 1 byte. Why 1 byte? Equal to 8 bit. How many bytes? 1 byte. It is equal to 8 bit. Fine. Now please see very carefully. The question later came up that why we must follow ASCII only. Why we must follow only 128 characters. I want to use Kannada. I want to use Hindi. I want to use Urdu. I want to use Sanskrit. I want to use Arabic. I want to use Mandarin. I want to use Malayalam. I want to use Telugu. Why we must use characters which are there only in English? Is it not the question? Yes or no? Please see, answer. The more interactive that question arises. If you are developing a software or an application using C programming language, how many characters we can have there? How many characters? Right now, these days, you are using applications. All of you are using softwares. Are you using only English and special characters and numbers? Are you not using Hindi, Kannada, and local languages also? Why you are able to use? Because back then, question also arises. Why only this? That is when IEEE, you know IEEE, one of the big organization, and other organization, they did research and they found out in the entire world there are 65,536 commonly used characters. Yes, no. How many characters are there? 65,536 characters. 65,536. So it is 128 plus 65,408. Total together 65,536. This all 120 alphabet, special characters and numbers plus other characters they have calculated. They came to a conclusion we have these many characters. These many characters which are very, very common, which includes Hindi, English, Kannada, Malayalam, Telugu, Urdu, Arabic, Persian, Mandarin, all the languages which are very, very common. And they gave a binary representation for all these characters. And if you want to give binary representation for all these characters, then you need 16 bits. How many bits is required? 16 bits. If you give 16 bits, then only you will be able to store these characters. 16 bits, 8 bit is equal to 1 byte. And 16 bit is equal to how many bytes? 2 bytes. Now, the format which gives binary representation, decimal representation for 65,536 character. Do we call that ASCII? No, we call that as Unicode. Unicode translator format, or you can say here UTF or Unicode. In short, some of them will call Unicode, some of them will call UTF. Now, Java or most of the programming languages, are they following ASCII or are they following UTF? Which format they are following? UTF. Java also follows UTF. Because of which, tell me, for a character in Java, how many bytes of memory is allocated? How many bytes? 2 bytes on your memory. Our memory is of gigabytes, right? But how many bytes for a character? 2 bytes. Yep. All of you. Why 2 byte? Because Java follows UTF. Now, this UTF format, does it have all 128 characters of ASCII? Yes or no? Plus other 65,408. This together, it is 65,556. So, all these characters, see here, characters are there. Example I'm taking. A, B, C, A, B, C. Like this, so many are there. For this decimal, this is a character. Decimal value, binary representation. Decimal value for ASCII which they have given. For capital A, it is 65. Capital B, 66. Capital C, 67. Like this, small a, 97. This decimal and actual character starting 128 remains same in Unicode. Binary changes from 8 bits to how many bits? 16 bits. In UTF, binary changes to 16 bits. But for starting 128 characters of ASCII, decimal values for UTF and ASCII, are they same or different? Are they same or different? All of you please answer. Now, the first live class assignment to all of you is, whichever notes you are maintaining Java to become a Java developer, if you are really serious about your course, if you really seriously want to become a good Java developer, not syntax Java developer, good Java developer, then on your notebook, please write decimal representation from ASCII table. Google it. I hope everyone know how to Google. Yeah. Please write one table where for all the specially capital alphabets, decimal values, please write down 65, 66. Because for a programmer, for a coder in future, if you want to get into DSA or if you want to solve any basic programming questions in the interview, you must know about these decimal values of some of the common use characters, alphabets. At least the starting point of AB, small ab, ending point of capital Z, and the ending point of the small z. This decimal values you must remember. Is it fine, guys? Am I making sense here? Will you do this? What you have to do? On your notebook, maintain a table which has decimal representation of alphabets. At least what is the starting point, ending point. Google it and write it down. If you want to become programmer, if you don't want to stick in programming questions in the interview, you must know about it. Keep this in future when we discuss some of the programming questions in the live class. That time we will recall it. Now, let me give you the conclusion without wasting the time. To manage characters in Java, to manage character type data, Java supports char primitive data type. And how many byte of memory, guys? How many byte is required? 2 bytes. Yes or no? Now, I have a character. Please see very carefully. A is a character. I want to store in the memory. I will say equal to whatever name of variable you want, you can give. What name should we give, guys? Except reserve word. I'll talk on that part in future. What name I can give here? You give your own name. Doesn't matter. I will say here maybe C. Whatever name, it's up to you. Now, end means end of this. And you have to write. I don't think so, guys. Like, is there any accent problem for most of you? No. Majority of telling no. Okay, great. Yeah. Now please see here. This is character. Character in Java, if you are storing, single quote must be there. This is a rule. Is this rule okay for you? Is this rule okay for you? And you have to specify the type of data. What is the type of data, guys? What is the type of data? Fine to all. Can we do this? No problem. Yeah. Can we do like this? Char A equals to maybe AB within single quote. Can we do this? Answer is no. You can have only single characters. Only single thing should be there within this single quote. Only one character must be there. All present in the class. Yep. For an instance, I will write here this. I will write here char type C equals to within single quote. I will write here A. If I print system.out.println, okay, I'm using a basic ID here. Eclipse will use later. System.out.println. I will speak about the Eclipse shortcuts also. Yeah. And I will say here, print what is there inside C. Now, please see, guys. Please see very carefully. One more important point here only I would like to teach you. Okay. Now, please see here. Now, here also I'm printing C. Here also I'm printing C. What is the difference, guys? Here the output will be A. And here the output will be C. Whatever you print within the double quote, no. That will print as it is. That will print as it is. Whatever you print within double quote, that will display or print as it is. But if you don't use double quotes, what is there? If I just compile this, no problem. I hope are you able to see the console also? If I execute this, are you getting the output as per the expectation? Now, can I do here AB? Can I do here AB? Is it a valid? If I compile, I'm getting error here. That it cannot do. Calculator cannot have that. Yep. Now, I would like to add here. What am I getting here? Capital A. Just now I have told you. The decimal value of capital A is how much? 65. So if you're using character, can we store character directly like this? Can we store character directly like this? And can we store the decimal value also using the decimal values also? This also you can do, this also you can do. Now, whatever I have just said you to do the live class task, to write down the decimal value of alphabets which are commonly used, is it not important for Java developers? Yes or no? Now, I hope this is making sense to all of you guys. Wonderful. Yes, that is typecasting. Character to integer, can we do that, sir? We can do it. We have a concept of typecasting. Tomorrow we are going to discuss that concept. Typecasting tomorrow we are going to discuss. Okay. That is also one of the characters, Srinath. You have to try that. Yeah. Great. Now, about character, is it clear to everyone? Great. Now, see here very carefully. Great. If you have numbers, or you can say integer values, that is implicit typecasting, which is already happening with you. We will discuss that tomorrow about typecasting. Okay. After the primitive type of data, typecasting, we will discuss about the identifiers, typecasting, variables, data types. Once we have discussed this, then we shall discuss on the other parts. Is that fine? Yeah. See, initially you have to have patience. After